You don't want to be looking for insurance before you get that one major order or before you get that one major contract, vendor contract.
Business insurance and risk management is an important component when growing and scaling your business. Today's guest is Eric Zauner. He's a Marine Corps veteran and commercial insurance broker. He shares more about what businesses should be on the lookout for when starting and growing their business. Let's jump into it. Who is Robertson Ryan and Associates, and what do you guys do?
Yeah, so Robertson Ryan and Associates, we are a large independent insurance brokerage. We're headquartered out of our main office in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We're a large full-service agency, everything from commercial business insurance products to personal home and auto insurance products, as well as employee benefits. Those are the three main pillars of our agency and what we do best.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So a question that I see that arise occasionally is, what is the difference between an agent and a broker? Can you break that down a little bit?
Yeah, that's a great question. So typically an agent is representative of one single insurance company or product. As a broker, we represent a number of insurance companies, a number of insurance products, and the benefit to working with a broker vice an agent, or a captive agent, we also call them, is that you do get a more vast market access when it comes to the insurance needs that may be specific to your business. You're not necessarily limited to one company's product offering. So we help our clients by getting them a much larger look into the insurance marketplace when they have their various coverage needs, or maybe it's loss control, risk control items. We have an abundance of resources that we can tap into.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What's sort of the niche or the target market that you generally service?
Yeah. So personally, working with veterans has always been a passion. My background prior 9 years Marine Corps, 2 combat tours to Iraq and 1 to Afghanistan. And one of the things that I realized when I separated from active duty was how much I missed the brotherhood. But I think more importantly, it was having a purpose and a purposeful purpose, right? Going to work every day, getting into my cube, turning on the computer in the same routine was mind-numbing, especially when you come from a really active branch of the service like the Marine Corps was, especially when I was in. And that actually created, I'll be honest with you, that created some mental health issues for me through my separation. But when I was able to align with yourself and some others that we're closely networked with, getting involved in the veteran business owner community really became a passion. So whether it's a nonprofit organization or it's a for-profit organization, a private group, we really look to provide those resources and bring the skill set of attention to the fine print and the discipline and the hard work that the military instilled in me into my clients' insurance needs. So I would definitely say that working with veterans is a passion, but we do it all. Within Robertson Ryan, there's about 140 independent brokers nationwide, and we all have different specialties. We all have different kind of focus, insurance focuses, if you will. But I would say that I'm what we call a generalist, meaning we can help with your home and auto, or we can get as complex as your business, general liability, products, auto, workers' compensation. I have partners of mine who specialize solely in employee benefits, so we kind of do it all.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
What do you think makes you guys different than other brokerages? Because I mean, you have your three main pillars, but you also help in other aspects. Like if they need help with an employee handbook and stuff like that, you do have resources.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. So we have an employee, kind of our HR resources team. We have proprietary products that our agency has that we can help with maybe it's loss control, maybe it's workplace safety, maybe it's other HR related documentation or resources for a company. Those are all part of being associated with an agency or a brokerage firm like Robertson Ryan and Associates. Outside of those types of resources, another really strong service that Robertson Ryan provides is our loss control service. So we have a dedicated loss control management team, fully staffed team, who's able to work with myself as the broker, get on site, identify claims trends, maybe leading loss drivers for various organizations, and then create training, awareness, and other various tools to help reduce those exposures for companies. So I think one of the big standouts of Robertson Ryan is that we're not just selling products. We don't look at insurance as a commodity. We look at insurance as a financial tool to protect the assets of our business as it grows. Whether you're in manufacturing, whether you're in transportation, you need those resources, and you need somebody who asks the hard questions. I think too often we get, and don't get me wrong, price is always a factor, and we always want to be cautious of that. But I think too often, in order to win business, we find that the hard questions are not being asked, and that coverages are not fully being, company exposures are not fully covered. And so being price cautious is important, but we also want to make sure that we're not putting our clients in any kind of jeopardy by not asking the difficult questions.
Absolutely. So there's a lot of niches out there. You just named a few. What do you think is one of the biggest things that businesses overlook, when it comes to their insurance policies?
Yeah, that's a great question. I really think it's coverage related. It's again, too often are we looking at pricing, again, not taking that, not discounting that, but are we asking, hey, the products that we're shipping overseas to Europe, if a lawsuit is brought to my company because of an incident that originated in Europe, do I have coverage here, whether it be in Europe to defend or here in the US and its territories? Are we asking those types of questions? Are we talking about where materials are being sourced? Are we talking about how products are being built? Are we talking about quality control, safety protections within the organization? And then not only just asking the question, but then supplementing the existing services with our agency resources. Those are some of the things that I think Robertson Ryan, I know that Robertson Ryan takes a step further.
That's awesome. So, taking all those factors into consideration, how often should I have my policy renewed or reviewed? Because obviously, pandemic comes along and could throw some wrenches into your business.
Yeah.
Obviously things change in that dynamic as well. So you as an agent probably want to sit down and review that with your client to make sure that they do have proper coverage in place for either new services that they put in place during the pandemic, but obviously it's a relationship that goes both ways too, right?
That's exactly
they
right.
have to let you know if they're putting a new service or product into their business, but you as an agent, how often do you like to sit down and review that policy with your customers, clients?
That's a great question. I have an internal model that on a minimum of 4 times throughout the year, I'm touching base with my clients, specifically my production clients, to make sure how's business, are we on track with the business plan for this year, are there any new products or company changes, terminations, new product releases that we want to be aware of to make sure that our policy coverages are correct. Whenever we onboard a new client, we'll talk through that process with them to make sure that they have just a clear understanding of what type of engagement they can expect from us. That being said, we have clients who have very strong operations and internal controls, and they may not need us on deck that often. So we really try to create a customized approach to each client's need. But that being said, we are reviewing policies with a fine-tooth comb before they go out to our clients. We're checking the marketplace prior to renewals, not just meeting with the clients to understand the operational changes, but okay, what are also the changes that are happening in the market? Is there a more cost-effective solution that can provide the same coverage that we're looking for? Is there a new product in the marketplace that has maybe broader coverage than what we have currently that we might want to consider? So we take all of those questions, operational and policy-related, technical policy-related questions, into account throughout the term of the policy and the relationship with our client. And then our hope is that year over year, our clients will continue to renew with us and renew with our programs because of the confidence and the sure mindset that we bring to the table at every renewal.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What if I'm a veteran or anybody, an entrepreneur in general, looking to start up a business? Where should I start the process when it comes to insurance? What do you like to see from that new entrepreneur? Like, what information and data should they have prepared when they come to talk to you as an insurance agent?
Yeah, that's a great question. Really, it's about picking up the phone to call. You know, you don't want to be looking for insurance before you get that one major order or before you get that one major contract, vendor contract. You want to make sure that you understand, okay, the insurance process is not an overnight type thing. Especially when you're working with Robertson Ryan, we want to make sure that, again, we're getting a full understanding of what you're doing, how you're doing it, why your customers buy from you, almost, so that we can help present your company's needs to the insurance marketplace accurately. I would strongly recommend that the best place to start is to just pick up the phone and call. Pick up the phone, call a broker. Hopefully it's Robertson Ryan. Maybe it's another trusted agent. But pick up the phone and have the conversation. This is what my company does. This is why people buy from me. I'm not sure what insurance I need. Maybe they've done some research. I wouldn't guess. I would definitely align yourself with a broker who you trust, who's knowledgeable, and that can help kind of guide you through that process.
That's awesome, man. Thanks for sharing. We're obviously going to list your website and the links to you so that people can find and learn more about Robertson Ryan and yourself. But what's the process to get started with you?
Yeah, so with Robertson Ryan, we have a general application that we like most all of our business clients, even our personal insurance clients, even if they're just looking for home and auto. We have a general questionnaire that we'll either ask the client to fill out or we'll complete over the phone. Again, it all just starts with a phone call. So once we take that initial intake information, it allows us to generate our agency applications to get an initial quote request into the marketplace. Whether we're searching for a specific program or we're quoting with a number of insurance companies, that's kind of the starting place. From there, whether it be a specialty program or a specific insurance company, there might be some additional applications or information that's needed down the road just to kind of, again, help further qualify and understand the overall operations. But that's all very simply done. We try to make our engagement with our clients very simple. A lot of our work is done, through email. A lot of that's done through digital PDF applications, fillable applications. We're never trying to set our client up to fill out information and send it directly to the carrier. We always want to review the information before it goes in and make sure that we're providing that additional peace of mind for our clients.
We hope you pulled some value out of this video. Even if you had one takeaway, that's a win. You might want to check out this one here, or you can check out this one right here. We appreciate you watching, and if you'd like to see more content like this, smash the like button and hit subscribe. Our goal is to keep the military community connected. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you in the next video.